It's a team loaded with talent, the Toronto Blue Jays and the powerful AL East. You see where they finished second in the division, 90 victories. They lost to the Seattle Mariners in a crazy, epic series. You see John Schneider replaced Charlie Montoyo as skipper. Really did a tremendous job, 46-28. John joins us now on MLB Tonight from the Winter Meetings. John, good to finally meet you, man.
Likewise,
I saw
Greg.
you come up and give some love to Sean Casey. It just feels like you guys have hung out before.
Yeah, it's like who can sweat the most on a stage.
So you're one of
I know him well. I know him well.
I love
for
it.
sure.
Well, it's good to finally chat with you. I want to talk about your team, and I want to get into the Justin Verlander news. He signs a 2-year deal, vesting option with the Mets. There are reports that the Blue Jays, who showed up wanting to address starting pitching, you guys are looking for starting pitching depth. Were there any real connections to Justin Verlander? Was it something that your front office kicked around?
Yeah, I think any team that wants to win is going to be interested in Justin, and it's he's a guy we liked last year. We like a lot of teams did. So it's we checked in for sure, and I don't know. I'm not privy to the particulars that went into it, but yeah, definitely a guy that we were interested in to help us out, in the next couple of years.
Schneider, what about for you, man? I mean, you're obviously leading the charge, which is, I think, is great for that organization. But one of your big signs already this offseason has been bringing Don Mattingly in as the bench coach.
Yeah.
Talk about that a little bit and, what you're looking forward to learning from Donnie.
Yeah, I mean, just an awesome dude, baseball lifer, obviously, a guy that I watched growing up in New Jersey, with the Yankees. And getting to know him over the past couple months has been amazing. Humble as they get for a guy that has been through what he's been through, and could really help us, staff, myself, players in a variety of different ways. So really, really looking forward to the impact he's going to have. Our players are looking forward to getting around him too. And, I'm looking to lean on him a little bit as well.
Hey, John, just being assistant GM for years and then becoming a GM, I thought there wasn't going to be as big a gap, but there was. So, like, this year for you, what was the one thing or a couple things that really stood out as from an adjustment standpoint, coming the number one guy versus the number two guy?
Yeah, I think number two guy, you're offering suggestions and seeing how that goes. And I think when you're the guy making decisions, you're always going to be scrutinized a little bit, right, wrong, or indifferent. So that part is different. I think, players that you're accustomed to, they may view you a little bit differently in a different role. I think that's going to happen naturally. And, tough conversations are going to be part of the job as well. So you have, thrown into it the way I was, I think, taught me a lot. And, I'm looking forward to kind of taking the things that I learned over a 3-month, time period into the next year and beyond. So it's definitely different, but a challenge I'm looking forward to.
You got a chance to see a lot of the guys come up through the minor leagues, with Vlad and Bo and all the great players that are up there. And Vlad's always been a guy we knew he could hit. Is he going to be able to play third? But he's playing over at first and wins his first Gold Glove.
Yeah.
Man, tell us about Vlad and the defense that he's playing.
Yeah, man, he puts the work in. We kind of had that thought when he made the transition at first a couple of years ago. This guy could win a Gold Glove. And I think the work that he does every day, and there's still a lot of room for improvement there with this guy. And, I think having Donnie there, who won 9 of those things, is going to help him around the bag a little bit. And but you can't say enough about how he wants to be great at it. And watching him work from a teenager in the minor leagues at third to a teenager in the big leagues at third to a 20-something-year-old kid at first, it's a lot of the work that goes into it you see come out in the games.
Yeah, following up on young players, I'm a huge Bo Bichette fan. And you've managed him, I think, from 2017, you said?
Yep.
Have you ever seen him hotter than he was in the month of September?
No. That was ridiculous. I think, but that's what Bo can do. It's kind of hitter that he is. He's, as focused as there is. He's as competitive as there is. And he wants to beat you at everything that he does. And I think that early in the year, he's probably putting a little bit of pressure on himself. And, looking at what Vladdy, was doing too, I think he wanted to do a little bit more than what he was, really capable of at the time. So the month of September, man, it was unbelievable to watch. It was a double. It was a homer. I think just having him be himself is going to be huge for us, but that's what he can do.
Schneider, in that rotation, I think as that rotation goes, you guys are going to go.
No doubt.
But I think Jose Barrios, I think was so kind of inconsistent last year, up and down. What are the thoughts with Pete Walker and you guys coming into spring training? How do you get him more consistent?
Yeah, Pete, one of the best in the business, obviously, and I think it was a weird year for Jose with the track record that he has. So tried a couple new things last year, and I think that, he's in a place where he has a good plan in place with both Pete and Matt Bushman, our bullpen coach as well. to get back to what makes him great. So, he's going to be a huge part of our rotation, not just this year, but for years to come. He knows that, we know that, and we're looking forward to a big bounce back year from him.
John, it's hard to learn how to win at the big league level.
Yeah.
So it really is. So, and the way the season ended, like what, from an anticipation, an expectation, a level that you're trying to set from day one of spring training, what is it that you feel your club really needs to do collectively to get over that hump?
I think, what we learned in September and October, not just putting the last 2 games in a vacuum against Seattle, but it's not taking anything for granted. It's little things. It's being a good, how can you make your teammates' life easier? It's little tiny things every day that really add up. Making plays in big moments. And I think the more times these guys are in big moments, whether it's down the stretch or in a playoff game, they're going to learn from it. They're going to be better from it or for it. So that's what we talked about. That was kind of the lasting message after the season ended, which, obviously was really disappointing and a tough way to leave the city. So we're looking forward to using that as fuel going forward. I know everyone says that, but I think going through what we've been through as a group has been a good thing for us.
You got such a surplus of catchers, good catchers. I mean, that's a good problem to have. Do you think maybe at the winter meetings you guys are looking to maybe move one, Schneider?
Case wants to be a GM.
It's a good question, though, John.
No, it's a good question. No, I know, and we're not deaf or blind. We see what happens, and I think that it's a luxury to have guys like Jan O'Kerke and Gabby that can catch every day, at the big league level. So, I think any news that comes out. I love all those guys, the way they handle themselves. I've known Jano since he's 17 years old as a rookie in rookie ball with my, me being his manager and him being a kid. So we go way back, but I think, it's a unique situation when you have 3 guys at a really, really coveted position. And, any way we can make ourselves better, we're going to do it.
Are you rooting for the Giants to sign Judge or the Yankees to sign Judge?
That's a layup, man. Come on, Greg.
Oh, John
Get him out
Schneider.
west.
Yeah.
Hey, it was fun, man. And
Likewise.
I think you got him in sweat. I think
Oh, no
you
doubt.
won.
Oh, no doubt.
I think you won.
He's got more makeup than I do.
Yeah, the makeup.
John, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Nads.
Skipper of the Toronto Blue Jays here.